What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Say welcome back. Yeah. Today I am going to be taking you through on getting back to work with a 4-month-old. He was 4 months old. Well, I say 4 months old, 16 weeks old yesterday. Crazy. How are you 16 weeks old already? And it's a Monday, so I am going to be front loading my week a little bit more Monday, Tuesday, certainly in terms of client work. I am transitioning for the last sort of 2 weeks now. I've been transitioning back into getting to a little bit more work and just juggling it, honestly. Obviously, I mean, I've got my mum that lives sort of like 40 minutes away. She's going to be tagging in a little bit more, but certainly right now, we're just doing it. I'm working in and around his naps, so we're playing nap roulette a little bit, aren't we? But I'm lucky with what I do that I can be quite flexible with that. So yeah, I'm going to take you along for the day, see how it goes. We've also got a 16-week vaccinations today, so my POA for the day today is to front load work a little bit more. I didn't go to the gym this morning for that reason, to get some check-ins done so that my non-negotiable client work is done for the day by lunchtime, by the time we're going for that appointment. So yeah, spend the day with me. I'm going to rewind back to first thing this morning and I will catch you there. Pre-caffeination, which was not ideal. It's 6:30. Jake is just getting himself sorted to take, that's the dog, to take this little guy out for a walk, which is going to be my first opportunity to get some work done this morning. I am going to make myself coffee first though, because don't let this face fool you. I mean, I don't think it's really fooled anybody. I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired. But yeah, and then I'm going to take this opportunity, baby free. Ideally, I'd be going to the gym, to be quite honest with you. But got to take advantage of him being occupied while I can. And Monday is going to end up being one of my busier working days. Not so much today. But I figure getting into that routine early is not a bad thing. So yeah, coffee first and then check-ins. Okay, this is the setup. I've got my coffee. Priorities, obviously. And I've also got one of my oat cookies. I actually made these in not my last video, but the video before that, if you want to go and check that out. But essentially, I mean, what I have been doing in terms of work with maternity leave is I took kind of 3 months completely off. Jake worked with quite a lot of my clients during that period. So the last 2 weeks, we've been transitioning those clients back to me, and that'll continue to happen over the next few weeks, to be honest with you. We have been doing a handover call with every single client where we all sit down, the three of us, have a good old catch up and make sure I'm up to date on how the last couple of months have gone, so that like the coaching process for them is really, really seamless. And then I've also had some clients who have been on more of like a retainer, so they've not wanted as much support over the summer, but they've still wanted access to the app that we use. They still wanted like an up-to-date program, and they're also kind of transitioning back to working with me. So at the minute, it's not like I have like loads of client check-ins to do, because we're still very much in that process of transitioning back. But I've got 4 or 5 to do this morning, and I am gonna manipulate my workload so that I am busier on a Monday and a Tuesday, especially with check-ins, and they're the days that, you know, my mum can come over, look after Theo for a couple of hours if I need a little bit of help. But to be honest with you, a lot of it is just going to be playing nap roulette, and I'm just being totally transparent with that. He naps pretty well, touch wood, say a prayer that doesn't change during the day at the minute, and I can almost guarantee, as long as the conditions are right, as long as he's strapped to me, as long as, you know, I should get a couple of hours here or there, and then obviously content stuff I can do in and around looking after him, and I am going to be very part-time initially. You know, with self-employed life, like, you don't have the luxury, like, you know, I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. Would I be lying if I said that it's actually been really nice being able to switch that part of my brain off? You know, it has, like, truthfully, you know, and I'm not going to hide that and say that I've not found that really freeing. But also being self-employed, like, if you're not working, you're not making any money, you know, and Jake's obviously working double time at the minute and he's continued to do, and he's absolutely fucking smashed it. But I, you know, need to get back in some capacity to make sure that we are still in a really good spot. We've got a little boy now, you know, we've got a little boy to provide for. So yeah, you know, that's kind of my plan. That's what I did during maternity leave, and it's worked really, really well. You know, even catching up with my clients who have worked with Jake, they've loved working with him. And people are in a great spot. We've also got a group program launching this Friday, which will start on the 7th of September. So if that is something that you are actually quite interested in, I can talk about it. I can talk a little bit about it today, actually, and just give you a little bit more info. But that's essentially a way to work with us that's slightly more affordable, it's more accessible. It's, to be honest with you, it's the only way you can work with me right now, unless you were an existing client prior to me going on maternity leave, because I'm not taking on anybody new for probably the rest of the year, to be quite honest with you. So that's kind of more of a kickstart program for people. You do get one-to-one support within the program, so it's not just like a here's some calories, here is a training program. We have poured a shit ton of work into that. So yeah, we've got that launching on Friday. So this week's quite a big week, which is why I wanted to get a bit of a head start this morning, get on top of my check-ins while Jake takes Theo for a walk, and it means that it's freeing me up for my nap time. I wish I had a nap time. For his nap time mid-morning, to get other shit done as well. And then yeah, we'll see how the week goes. But anyway, I need to take advantage of Theo being out the house. I am actually pumping as well. My clients won't mind. They're cool. They're absolutely fucking legends. A lot of them are mums themselves. They get it. So I am multitasking. So yeah, I'm going to crack into this. Talk to me about multitasking. I've just boxed off 2 check-ins, which have taken me about 35 minutes, and pumped a decent amount of milk. Who said women can't do it all? Coffee time with Theo. Naturally, Ralph.
Coffee time with Theo. Coffee time with Theo. Who's this? Who's this?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Have you just woken up? Have you just woken up? Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Ralph.
Cheers, Ralph. Coffee. So we've just had a little powwow. Theo's had a change. We've not had a poop. We've not had a poop in a day now. He didn't poop at all yesterday. He did 2 big poops the day before, so it tends to be how it goes at the minute, but it does mean I am on alert for a big poop. He's just having a feed. We have just been going over an email that we've sent out. So I mentioned earlier that we have our group program launching with spaces going live this Friday. So a big part of launch week for us is we send out emails to a priority list. So you have to be on the priority list in order to grab a space. They are discounted, and the way that we do it is we send the link out to sign up to the program to the priority list only. Quite often those spaces sell out and then we don't open it up to a main list. So if you want the opportunity to get on the program and know for sure that you're going to get first access to the program, you have to be on that list. I will pop the link below. If you're watching this kind of in real time and you are looking to sign up to Transform and Beyond on Friday, please do make sure you are on that list. But essentially what we do is we send emails to that list just talking about Transform and Beyond. We sent an email out this morning that's like an all access behind the scenes, you know, exactly how it works when you sign up to it, what you get from it. And then we do that in the lead up to the spaces going live. And then even when the spaces have gone live, as long as there are spaces available until we start. So yeah, I'll pop that link below. But we've just kind of gone over that this morning. That tends to be our little routine now. Now I am back to work. You know, we have a coffee in the morning after Jake gets back from his walk. We do a little debrief, you know, what's the day looking like? Is there any tasks that we need to do that are a little bit more pressing? And then usually he needs a feed and a change, and then I kind of chill, like hang out with Theo while he's having a bit of a wake window, and then I will make my breakfast, depending on the timing, whether I wait for him to go down. He is just exposing me there. Gorgeous, thanks dear. Thank you. Whether I wait for him to go down for a nap first before I make breakfast, but I'm absolutely Hank Marvin, so I'm probably, as soon as he's fed, going to go and make my breakfast, and then I'll probably get him down for a nap afterwards, because I'll probably do it upstairs on the walking pad while I crack on to a little bit more work this morning. Okay, I am making a little bit of breakfast now. So I'm literally apple yogurt, frozen blueberries, raspberries, and then a current just like combination fixation that I've got at the minute. These caramelised biscuit Weetabix, but I like crush them up, and then I make a sticky toffee pudding paste to put it on top. I'll show you the finished product. But yeah, he is very much due a nap. So I'm going to make this. If he stays quite chill, I'm probably just going to eat it and then strap him to me and then go upstairs. The walking pad has been a bit of a godsend. It's actually such a nice day today. If I didn't have shit that I needed to do, I'd just get out for a longer walk with him and get outside. But needing to kill two birds with one stone and knowing that he's got his vaccinations this afternoon. As I said, I don't want to rely on being able to kind of do much this afternoon. I just want to be able to kind of, you know, hopefully just have lots of cuddles and contact naps and you'll be feeling fine. Anyway, he's actually been absolutely fine after his other vaccinations. If not, a little sleepier maybe, but we've not had like temperatures or anything, sort of touch wood. So I'm hoping you're going to be okay. I think you will be. I think you will be. So yeah, I just want to kind of make sure I'm in a good spot by lunchtime so that, you know, the rest of the day we can just totally chill. Kardashians on the sofa, fingers crossed. And yeah, it's more so mentally for me, like check-ins are like my non-negotiables of like obviously wanting to get back to clients, but content, extra stuff, that is just kind of, you know, if it doesn't get done today, it's not the end of the world. And I guess that's a luxury for me, getting back to work, and probably why I can get back to work so much quicker, because there's like, you know, there's a couple of hours of things that I have to get done, which I know realistically I can do in his naps at some point throughout the day. And even if Jake needed to tag in, if I was like, Jake, do you know what, I've really not managed to do like a couple of check-ins, can you just take him for half an hour? Or, you know, when you get the dog out for a walk later on, take Theo with you. We're at a point now where he's a little bit more predictable with when he's feeding and all that jazz, so I feel a little bit more comfortable doing that. I do feel a bit more comfortable doing that, but it just means that like things for me maybe take a little bit more of a hit. I need to be a bit more flexible with the gym, you know. As I said on Monday, it's probably just not going to happen for me, which is fine. You know, there's 6 other days of the week that I can get, you know, I'm still going to aim to get 4 sessions in a week, and that should still be okay. And then my mum's coming around tomorrow morning while we've got a couple of calls to look after him. So yeah, all in all, is it a juggle? Yes, it is. My type A brain who likes to have a set routine and tick things off a list and just get them done when I'm in the zone to get them done, gonna struggle. Yeah, like 100%. But it is what it is, and it's, you know, I'm very lucky in a lot of ways. You know, you could come at it from both angles. Would having a slightly longer maternity leave be more ideal? Yeah, 100% paid maternity leave, fuck yeah. But also am I quite lucky that I am very flexible with the work that I do. I like my job a lot. I can pick and choose what I do. Financially, you know, we are in a pretty good spot that it's not like you have to get back to work, you have to push clients, you have to have this many clients so that we can afford our mortgage, and we can do this and we can do that. Jake's taking a lot of the brunt work with that, so you know there isn't the pressure there, certainly at the moment. So it is just kind of finding my happy place, certainly until we put him in nursery next year. To be honest with you, I will be very choosy with what I do, and I just need to manage my own head of like, I am somebody who would maybe typically take on more than what I would want to, just being a bit more of a people pleaser. But you know, at the end of the day, the biggest person I need to please right now is him, and you know, that's how it works. And so yeah, I'm gonna enjoy some breakfast. Hopefully he stays a little bit chill while I eat, and then yeah, I will be upstairs at the laptop on the walking pad, killing 3 birds, the baby napping, me getting steps in, and me getting working with 1 stone. Holy hell, he resisted that nap. So I've done an hour on the walking pad. He's been down about 1 hour and 10 now. I have just been doing a little bit. I've had to sit down. Honestly, I just get so warm, especially at the minute. And the thermostat only says it's 22, but it feels a lot warmer when you've got a baby attached to you. So boxed off a decent amount of steps there. I have just been going through some of the emails that we're going to be sending out for the rest of the week for Transform and Beyond, and also doing a little bit of content around it. So we bring most of our people in through Instagram. So it's just making sure we've got enough information going out basically to tell people about the programme, what it involves. You know, it is, although it's like a group program, it's about as personalised one-to-one support as you're gonna get in that kind of setting. Me and Jake have poured so much into creating this program, and every launch is a really big deal for us. I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, as like a small business within a huge industry, which is the fitness industry, you've got to stand out, you've got to speak to the right people. We want to kind of speak to people that need the support that we're offering, people who are frustrated with the progress that they're getting in the gym, people who are, you know, your classic stop start, you know, they could be consistent for a few weeks and then life happens and they just really struggle to keep that consistency going. People who are just sick of feeling like they are never really making any progress for whatever reason, and actually they need the structure, the support and the accountability to actually see results, and also the education and learn the skills alongside that to then keep it off long term. You know, Jake and I, we're huge foodies. We're not these people in the fitness industry that, like, you know, live like hermits, proper bodybuilders. Like, we're real people. Food is probably a greater passion than fitness, to be quite honest with you. We want to help people to learn how to balance that, and also love training, love the gym, see results, feel fucking great in your body while still living life and living your best life and being able to juggle and manage and balance it all, because it's hard. And that's like just the food and the fitness side of things. Never mind, you know, you might be a parent, have kids, work really long hours, be like really career focused, busy. You know, those are the people that we work with. We're not working with, you know, students that can spend hours in the gym and meal prep all their food. It's like, no, we work with real people that actually need real solutions to the things that they're struggling with. So yeah, I feel like I've managed to have quite a productive morning. Actually, I'm feeling really positive about it. It's 11 a.m. now, his appointment's at 1. I'm hoping he will sleep for at least another kind of half an hour, and then it should be pretty perfectly timed. I'm going to walk to our appointment, partly because Jake's just gone out in the car, and I don't think he clocked that we potentially might have needed it, because the car seat's in my car, which was the car that was parked on the outside. But it's fine, because it just means that I'll be able to box off more steps today, which means I'm also not relying on needing to go out or do any later on in the day. So yeah, if as long as he sleeps for like another half hour, I'll be pretty good, and can feel like I can maybe box off, you know, mentally box off work for the day. I'll probably still do a bit of content stuff later. But yeah, I'm probably going to make myself another coffee, probably get a quick snack in, because I will wait to have lunch when we get back from the appointment. Otherwise, I think it'll just be a little bit chaotic, because he'll need to feed when he wakes up. And yeah, all these things that, you know, once getting out the door for a 1 o'clock appointment wouldn't even be a thing. Whereas now it's like, well, no, he needs to wake around this time so that I can feed him, so that I can do this, so that I can do that. Oh, and I'll probably be starving by then. Obviously, I can wait. He can't. I can wait. He cannot. So yeah, I'm going to make the most of the time he's sleeping. And I'll probably catch you. I'll see you when I see you. The second he starts to stir, I'm like, get up and rock. Get up and fucking rock. I was literally just about to say, I'm gonna have one of these. I've not tried them before, but they sound banging, and I really like the grazed bars generally. They're really good. The cherry bakewell oat bars of them are a firm fave. I discovered them during the night feeds when he was a newborn, because they were like just enough to tide me over. Recommend those. that'll get me through till lunch. So this little guy graced me 2 hours and 20 minutes. Little edge. He's just had a good feed, and we pretty much need to be out the door. Which, he doesn't know what's coming. I'm dreading it. I'm not going to lie. I'm absolutely dreading it. Look at that little face. Oh, I could eat you. I could eat you. I could. So yeah, we're going to walk there. Get some more steppy steps in. Hopefully that means he'll fall asleep on the way back as well. I know he's just done a long nap, but I did think he needed that this morning. He didn't nap much over the weekend. I don't know how it works with baby. I've got a book that I need to read. A few people have recommended Precious Little Sleep. I've got it downloaded on my Kindle and I've started it, but I don't know how it works in terms of sleep debt with babies. Like if they have a day where like they just don't nap and then the nights are a bit more broken, like is there a point where they just then need to catch up and you'll just have like the odd stretch where you're like they just napped for way longer than I thought they would, but they needed it? I don't know. Okay, we're on our way to the doctors, aren't we? How are we feeling? He is so funny when he's in the carrier. When he's awake, he's just like desperate to see. He'll like push himself back. And he's just desperate to see all the views. We make a joke of like, you just like to go for a walk to see all the birds and the views and the trees. But he's a happy little chap. Boxed off a decent amount of work this morning, actually. I'm feeling mentally quite good about where I've left it. To be honest with you, if I didn't get a single thing else done for the rest of the day, nothing's spoiling. It's absolutely fine. So mentally can kind of shut that down for the day, and just focus on this little guy, can't I? And we can just have lots of playtime, lots of cuddles, whatever he needs. Well, that was a roaring success. Holy moly. I genuinely couldn't be prouder of it. He barely, so for anyone that doesn't know, the 8-week and 12-week vaccinations, they have to take like an oral gel, which can be a bit of a struggle getting them to swallow it when they're so little. And then they have an injection in each leg. For their 16-week appointment, they don't have the oral, it's just an injection in each leg. And that first appointment is 8-week one. I was not mentally prepared for the scream that he made when they put those injections in his legs. Like, it was honestly the most heartbreaking sound I've ever heard in my entire life. It's a cry that like you just don't hear. It's like a pained cry. And literally he didn't even acknowledge the first one going in, and then grizzled very slightly after the second one, but then recovered immediately. Didn't even need a feed. Usually I'd just put him straight on the boob to try and get him to like settle a bit. Didn't even need a feed. Went to the toilet, put him in the carrier, and like he's just drifted off to sleep. And I'm like, what's going on? But we'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. Hopefully he has a pretty decent nap now. They have said that, so again, the 8-week and 12-week appointment, they always say give them 3 doses of Calpol 4 hours apart for the rest of the day, just preempting that they might have a bit of a temperature, sore legs, etc, etc. But they said, but because he's not had the meningitis in this one, you don't actually have to do that. It's not like recommended. Well, it's not recommended. Like for the other two, it's like you should definitely do this regardless of how they seem, whereas for this it's like you can give them Calpol, you don't have to. So I'm just going to see how he is the rest of the afternoon, to be honest. But still planning on having a chilled one. I'm excited to get home and get some lunch. The boy is still sleeping and I'm very grateful about it. I'm going to eat my lunch in peace and then see when he wakes up. Probably quite soon, to be fair. I'm not edging my bets. Lunch was 10 out of 10. He is still sleepy. He actually stirred just as I took a bite into my runny egg. He stirred, but I managed to get him back off again. So I am just going to do a little bit of work on the sofa here while he naps and just a bit of editing, like super easy breezy. I'm going to have the Kardashians on in the background and then that'll be me for the rest of the day, to be honest with you. I'm flagging now. I've been pretty go since like 6 a.m. this morning and I'm feeling it. So yeah, I am just going to do a little bit of easy breezy stuff and then call it a day on the work front and just enjoy the rest of the day with this little guy, and hopefully he's in a decent-ish mood when he wakes up from his nap. Look who's awake and in good spirits, aren't you? Oh, Ralph's here too. Look, I mean, oh my God, right. Tell me your dog's a psycho without telling me. He has managed to get his hands on, he loves the inside of a toilet paper, and he's now dropped it behind the back of the sofa, and I shit you not, he has not stopped obsessing over it. And yeah, that is a cockapoo. How are you feeling, little boy? You feeling good? He's obsessed with his feet at the minute. Look at the state of this hair, man. Look. Ralph, man. Honestly. Chaos. Absolute chaos. Got the whole fam. Well, obviously not. Jake's not here either. But this is us. We are going to chill on the sofa now, aren't we? We're going to have a play. We're going to have a chill. We're just going to see how the rest of the day goes. Hopefully feeling good. Oh, that's my hair. Ow, ow, ow. I think the state of me says it all, really, doesn't it? It is 5:15, and I don't think this one's getting another nap in today. We usually start kind of bedtime routine around 6:30, so the idea that he's going to get another nap in, I just think that's a little bit void at this point. I'm exhausted, absolutely exhausted. My face says it all. This little guy, we are on our third outfit. We've had a poon-army, but he seems in good spirits, so we will take it. The rest of the day is going to look like probably getting out for a little bit of a walk just to pass some time before bedtime, keeping this one entertained until it is time for bed. Dinner, we are having a chicken, pasta, mushroom kind of vibe, which should be delicious, followed by a big fat popcorn bowl, and hopefully this little guy will bless us with at least an hour or two in his crib so that we can have a little bit of time. We're watching, oh my God, we're watching The Pit at the moment. I think we've only got 2 episodes left of season 2. And when I tell you, it has been without a doubt the best series I have watched in a really long time. Like, no competition, like phenomenal. So yeah, that is what the rest of the day is going to look like. So thanks for spending the day with me and this little guy who's a little trooper. I'm so proud of him. I will round off the vlog here because, to be honest with you, I'm only going to look progressively worse as the day goes on. And yeah, I think the fact that we've still got like an hour 45 until we're even thinking about kind of bedtime routine, it's just going to be a case of keeping him busy, passing the time, getting there, and yeah, keep everything crossed that sleep starts improving soon, because fuck me, it's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. But yeah, as I have said, if you are keen to jump on the next intake of Transform and Beyond, we start Monday the 7th of September and spaces go live this Friday, which is Friday the 28th of August. And yeah, if you've got any questions at all, please feel free to comment below or pop me a message on Instagram, and I will get back to you ASAP Rocky. But like the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and stay tuned for my next video. So bye! Bye!